Bam! Need I say more? Hello lovely viewers! So today I'm going to be talking about Lady Bird, the latest film from writer, actress, director Greta Gerwig. You may know her from 20th Century Women, but more likely you're only just hearing her name for the first time over the last few months because she has made quite a name for herself by getting nominated for 2 Academy Awards, one for directing and one for writing, both for her second ever feature film, Lady Bird. Sadly, she didn't take home either of those awards on the night, but I did say in my Oscar predictions video for Best Original Screenplay that in my review for Lady Bird, I would confirm whether or not it would be a worthy winner for Best Original Screenplay. And I can say now, yes, it totally does. The hype for this film is very much deserved. Greta Gerwig's coming-of-age story about an opinionated teenage girl from Sacramento is something special. On paper, it doesn't sound particularly groundbreaking, but this isn't your typical teen angst indie dramedy. For starters, this isn't a film that's centered around a girl and her love for a boy. Boys do play a part in this film, but the central relationship in this film is the one between Christine, who calls herself Lady Bird, and her mother, who's called Marion and is played by Laurie Metcalf. It's an honest portrayal of a mother-daughter love pairing and how love is about how much attention that we give each other. To a teen, this may feel overbearing, but the constant need to interfere in your kid's life is part of the unconditional love that comes with being a parent. There's plenty going on in this film. There's the turbulent mother-daughter relationship, as well as ideas about what it's like to go to a Catholic school, and the idea of Christine wanting to leave her hometown in search of something more, and how friendships change during our teenage years as we try to figure ourselves out. And Gerwig also gives us a glimpse into middle America working families who are struggling financially, professionally, medically. But Gerwig never gets bogged down in any ethos. She manages to give us enough to know what we're watching, but doesn't jam an agenda in our face. But what's really wonderful about this film is how unpredictable it really was. Every time I thought I knew where it was going, the next route it took completely surprised me. There was only one instance where I managed to predict something correctly, and that has something to do with Lucas Hedges' character. I don't want to say what it entails because I don't want to spoil it for you, but yeah, that I saw coming. However, it's the following scene between him and Lady Bird which completely caught me off guard. It's such a small thing, but it packs such an emotionally powerful punch. You need to watch it, it's totally worth it. The story that we watch in this film is very universal. It's about a teenage girl trying to forge her own path. She wants to break free of a humdrum life in Sacramento and move to New York where she can be with all the artists and live a life of adventure. She wants to get into college, but she worries she doesn't have the grades. Her family struggles with finances and depression, and Lady Bird wants to be seen as an individual rather than part of a crowd, hence why she gives her name Lady Bird to make herself unique and stand out. One thing that I liked is that Greta Gerwig doesn't give us any explanations to some lingering questions that I was thinking throughout the film, such as what is the backstory for Christine wanting everyone to call her Lady Bird, as well as why is her big brother Asian? Is he adopted? Gerwig never reveals why. We have to accept these things at face value, and that's cool that she doesn't feel the need to spoon feed us every detail. That's life, it is what it is. We accept the characters the way they're written. Even the ending is quite apt. It's only when Lady Bird leaves home that she realizes what she loved about it. She makes a phone call to her mother just to check in, and then it cuts to black. Some people might think that's a bit abrupt, but it works in tandem with the ideas that this film presents. The idea that we have love for our family, and the way we show that love is by giving them attention, even if it's just a phone call to check in. Lady Bird is also figuring herself out by making mistakes, which is what prompts her to call home in the first place. And how home life is what shapes us into the person that we're going to become. In the end, guys, I was incredibly moved by this film. It connected with me and that closeted, conforming teenage boy that I was at my Catholic high school. I wish I was more like Lady Bird back when I was in high school, but I just wanted to fit in. Even though I didn't really figure out who I was until I went to university, I wish I had her voice and spirit at that age. Saoirse Ronan is incredible here, a very convincing performance as a dogmatic adolescent, finding strength and vulnerability in the naive Lady Bird. Sensational performance. Laurie Metcalf is a knockout too. She would have been my choice for the Best Supporting Actress Oscar this year, because of how much she brings to the story. She does well by her family, but she's also flawed herself. She puts limitations on her kids by saying her daughter's not smart enough to get into the East Coast schools. But that just shows how human she is, because deep down she really just wants her kids to stay nearby. And she's having trouble letting go of Lady Bird, letting her choose her own path. But some of her best acting is just watching her reacting to her daughter. It's so nuanced into her physicality. Even a scene where she's got her back turned to Lady Bird washing dishes, it's not saying any dialogue, speaks volumes. In the end, guys, Lady Bird is the little movie that could of 2018. It's a shame that it didn't win Best Picture, like I said in my Oscar predictions video, but it's a significant film of the time because of what it represents. The love of a mother-daughter. Sometimes it's messed up, but it's still beautiful regardless. As well as the role of women in the film industry. I cannot wait to see how this film inspires a generation of new female storytellers. Let's ask the three big questions. Would I watch it again? Definitely. Would I recommend that you guys go see it? Yes, it's an absolute must-watch, this film. And what score is it gonna get? Well, 10 out of 10. Duh. And my quick question for you today, guys, is what is your favorite female-directed film? For me, it could actually be Lady Bird now, but I also have a great love for Sofia Coppola's Lost in Translation. But yeah, whatever you think, do let me know in the comment section below. And if you do like these videos, guys, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching, guys. For more things related to movies, TV, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Hearfield, and I'll see you next time.